Hi everyone, hope you all are doing really well. So this video is about overview about mobile testing and detailed descriptions of what mobile testing. So as a testers, we sometimes move into the project called mobile testing, and we just need to have some at least overview of it. Based on your inputs, if you want me to make a part 2, we'll make a part 2. But here I have shortlisted some of the things which is really important in terms of tester, what they know about, what they should be knowing about mobile testing. So this video is all about that. So like quickly move in. If before we start, your mobile is very important right now for our day-to-day activities as well. If you see, most of the people gets up and see the mobile video, and maybe you are seeing this video in your mobile itself. So this mobiles, like for example, your I want to pay my electricity bill, if you want to order something from the outside, and if you wanted to buy a new clothes, and wanted to book a cab, and you wanted to book a flight, everything you can do it through your mobile. And you need those you need three things for that. I think a smartphone or an internet connectivity and a mobile app to do this job. So this makes us realize the importance of mobile app, right? In today's era, everything is being done in a smart way, through your smartphone. So I think that is something which you should also be knowing about how it is happening and what all testing involved. So each day we get to know about a new app or tool being launched to ease our life, right? So for example, recently we just bought in the morning, like my milk has come through app, and your even now you can book your household also through mobiles. And now my vegetables, everything will come, and the ration or the groceries, everything I'll order it from the mobile app itself. So I think that is very important. It is so millions of people enjoyed this, and sometimes we can create a social network also through mobile. And yeah, there are a lot of things, right? You have your Instagram, you have your Facebook, everything is there in your mobile. You can easily communicate with your friend through WhatsApp in the mobile app. So yeah, that is how it is very important, because we use mobile everywhere for our daily day-to-day tasks. And I think the smartphone is now the necessity of everyone's life. And yeah, that and what all testing has been involved into doing that. Let's quickly jump into. So, firstly, we should be knowing about mobile operating system, and the mobile platforms. Or so uh, so it is very advisable to understand the basic of mobile platforms or mobile operating systems. It is mainly include the operating systems of the mobile, type of the device, and the type of mobile app. So when you say mobile platforms, it is, and these three are the included things, which is, again I'll be saying, operating systems, type of the device, and type of the mobile app. Having sufficient knowledge about each of this will help you to conduct a robust testing plan in the long run. So the operating system, which is Android, developed by Google, and the popularity of this one is very high. And the latest available version is, I think, Android 5.2 to 5.1, I think, yeah. And now we have iOS. It has been developed from Apple, and the popularity is also very high. And it's the latest version is iOS 8.x. So if you're going for mobile, if you're switching into mobile domain, this all things, the latest version and everything you should be knowing. Then we have BlackBerry, developed by BlackBerry Limited. I think this popularity is very low, and the latest version is 10.2.1. And then we have Windows, Microsoft. It is also medium, and Microsoft 10, the mobile version. And then we also have a Symbian, which is Symbian Foundation. The popularity is very low, and it's now been discontinued. So if you see the graph of this one, I think the 47.3% of the users are other populations are using Android, which is Google made. And then Apple will be 29.6%. And then we have kind of different remaining. I think Microsoft will be 4.7%, and then remaining one is for different kind of platforms what we have it in our system. So we also have, I'm just sneezing, guys. So we also have a mobile device type. So we have native, native, we call as native. A native app is developed specifically for one platform. It can be installed through an application store such as Google Play Store or Apple App Store. Example, WhatsApp and Facebook. So we also have hybrid apps. So hybrid are the way to expose the content from the existing websites in app formats. They can be well described as a mixture of web app and the native app. So web app and the native app. Example, Instagram and Wikipedia. Now we have device versus application testing. So if you deep down into it, there are a lot of item, but what is important, I just extract it out and give it to you, and which is, I think, device testing and the versus application testing. So we have device testing. So this type of testing is generally being done to ensure the quality of mobile device. Testing includes hardware, software testing for a mobile. We will discuss here different types of testing which are generally being carried out on mobile testing. So we also have the unit testing. So unit testing is a test phase when the portion of a mobile device development are tested, usually by the developer. It may contain hardware testing, software testing, and mechanical testing. We also have the application testing. We also have, we also have some sanity check on mobile testing, mobile device. It is conducting automatically to verify that there are no defects brought by the manufacturers or assembly. It mainly includes the following kind of testing, like mobile application testing, hardware testing, battery testing, signal receiving, network testing, protocol testing, mobile games testing, mobile software compatibility testing. And we also have, now we have application testing. So mobile application testing is a process by which application or software developed for handling mobile devices is tested for its functionality, usability, and the customer testing. There are different types of testing which can be performed on mobile device. For example, functionality testing, laboratory testing, performance testing, and memory leakage testing, and interrupt testing. So why I was saying that, guys, just don't ask for the slide, because now I'm not giving because I don't have the storage of the slides. I just wanted to guys to see my video because I am sharing a lot of information apart from the slide informations. So as I said about factory testing or certification testing, which we have done it in our recently mobile based project. So this is what we have to do it. So if you wanted to, if you listen to me, that will really help you out in clearing your interviews. Getting the slide won't help you in any, that will help you, but not in that extent which that video can help you. So I urge you guys to, I request you guys, and please watch this video, because that takes a lot of efforts for me to prepare everything, and I'll try to share a lot of informations with you guys. I'm sharing my all of my knowledge with you guys, and I wanted you to grab it. So because if you miss this thing, and if that may not be there into the slide, but I have explained you in the video, but it will be your loss, not mine. So I would just want you to guys listen to me in the video itself. And if you think that particular topic is very useful, you can take a snap of it, and then at least first you can listen it to me once what I'm trying to explain in that particular topic, and then later, I don't think that I'll take a lot of time. I think my most of the videos is for 20 minutes. So I urge you, to guys to come and watch my videos at least once. And if you think some slides are useful for you, take a snap of it and take a note of it when I'm explaining. And I think that will really help you out in terms of clearing your interview. Slide won't help because there are a lot of data out there into the internet that wouldn't that help you, right? But if you're looking out for something else, you really need to listen it to the person who is explaining. Okay, so I was explaining that there are more testing like usability testing, installation testing, certification testing, and security testing. So I think the key point in the application, I'll just go back to the quickly go to the back. The key point in application, okay. The key points in application testing is device testing is generally being carried out to check the mobile devices itself, whereas mobile application testing involves testing of an applications which will be running on the chosen device. Okay, when we call it a device testing, hardware testing becomes the part of it. In case of mobile application testing, it depends if the application and the test requires hardware integrations, and that hardware testing will be involved. So automation is possible for mobile device testing as well as mobile application testing. So there are two kinds of thing. Okay. So mobile application testing. Okay. So a simple definition of mobile application testing would you go like this: mobile application testing is a process by which an application software developed for handheld mobile devices and is tested for its functionality, usability, consistency. Mobile application testing can be automated or manual type of testing. Okay, we can do it. For better understanding, we shall assume that we are testing a mobile application for online flight booking system. So what we will be doing in functional testing? Functional testing is the most important. So we are doing this. Okay, so for example, for we'll be doing it, right? We'll be testing a mobile application for online flight test booking system. Okay, so what all testing you want to perform on that? So you'll be performing functional testing. So it's a most basic test for application to ensure that it is working as per the defined requirements. Similar to that, user interface based applications and mobile applications require a number of human interactions in user scenario. So example of that scenario is verify that flight availability is displayed for the chosen source destinations on the selected date only. Verify that the past dates are not including in the search results. And then it comes to compatibility testing. So in compatibility testing also, what you want to test it? Verify that the flight search is performed successfully with Android devices, and verify that flight search is performed successfully for like compatibility. So like in the iOS or the Android devices does have performed the flight search perfectly. Okay. Now we have the localization testing. Nowadays most apps are designed for a global use, and it is very important to take care about the regional trials like language, time zone, etc. So it is important to validate the app functionality when someone changes the time zones. It has to take into consideration that sometimes Western designs may not work, and the audience from the Eastern countries, right? So what you want to verify in the localization testing? So verify that there is no UI or data truncation issues when we use the mobile app with different languages. Okay. Verify that the zone changes are handled gracefully for your like you change it from English to Hindi, right? It should be happens very gracefully. Then we have I think the memory leakage laboratory testing. So laboratory testing usually carried out with the network carriers. It has been simulating completely wireless network. You will be testing it, right? The test is performed to find out any glitches when the mobile application uses voice or data connection to perform some functions. So example, verify there is no glitch while customer is having a voice chat with the support staff, right? Now we have performance testing. So performance testing also, in that scenario, mobile performance tests cover client application performance, server performance, and network performance. Okay, so what all scenarios you're gonna verify into this? Verify that the flight available check take place only a reasonable amount of time. Like when you check it, right? So it shouldn't be keep on loading. Verify that the flight availability is being checked, that the mobile operates normally and does not hang out. Okay, sometimes hangs, right? So that depends, your performance testing has not been done properly. Then we have memory leakage testing. So like for example, what all scenarios we can cover it into mobile testing? So do flight availability checks 10 times and note down increasing memory usage for each checks. Keep the application running for 10 times and observe if the memory usage remains stable. Then we have power consumption testing. So there are several type of tests of batteries used in different mobiles. That is, I think we use nickel and lithium, right? So nickel metal, or nickel metal. While we focus on power consumptions, we are required to measure the state of the battery for each activity level. So it will give us a better understanding of power consumptions by individual applications. Like some application does like most of our time most of the battery, and you will get the notifications like force stop and this app is taking a, draining the battery. So you will get the notification out there and you can force a stop, and you can do something else also. So for example, how you gonna test that? So you can, in this mobile bank, this flight booking, so use the mobile app to search the flight availability and checks the power consumptions remain minimal. Keep the minimal app in the ideal conditions. Verify there is no power consumption when there is no activity happening for the app. So what happens is some apps are running in your background also, right? Sometimes, and that happens to me also in many of my mobiles. So I think those things, I think that performance consumption testing has not been done properly. We also have the security testing and interrupt testing. So interrupt testing also we have it here. So an application while functioning may face several interruptions like incoming calls or network coverage outage or recovery. This can again be distinguished for incoming and there are different incoming and outgoing SMS and MMS, incoming and outgoing calls, incoming notifications, battery removal, okay, cable insertions and removal for data transfer. So example, verify that the flight availability check gets paused and resume after back after receiving an incoming call. Verify that the user can reject a call while using the app and again resume the same app. Okay, that happens that if you interrupt while doing it, it should reback it. So I think that you can check it. You can do these kind of testing in your mobile right away. Usability testing. So usability testing evaluates the applications based on the following 3 criteria for target audience. First is efficiency, effectiveness, and satisfaction. So efficiency is the accuracy and the completeness with the satisfied users can achieve a specified goal in a particular environment. Effectiveness, the resource extended in a relations to the accuracy and completeness of a goal achieved. Satisfaction, the comfort and the acceptability of the work system to its users and other people affected by its use. So it is very important to get the usability testing in place from the earliest stage of an application design. It should not be done only when the application is completed. Usability testing requires heavy involvement of the users and the output might affect the application design, which is very difficult to change at the later stage of the project. For example, flight availability check should be on the home page. Sponsored advertisement should not be displayed in the middle of the content, right? Then we have installation testing. So when you do installation testing process verifies the installation process goes smoothly without the user having to face any difficulty. Verify the installation process is smooth and does not take long. Verify the installation is successful through Enterprise's App Store. Now we have installation testing. So in that also the verify that the application related flags are removed successfully after installation. If it is an app which stores media files like WhatsApp, Facebook, retain even after the installation of the app. Okay. Updates testing. So we have the automatic updates also. Example. So verify the application works successfully after automatic updates. Verify the update progress is displayed properly. Then we have certification testing. So I'll be telling you the scenarios in certification testing, so you might get related and learned it. I think that will really help you out. You can keep your notepad ready while listening me out, because there are a lot of things I cannot write everything into the slide. So I'm just telling you and just giving you this thing scenarios. So in certification testing, verify the application adheres to the policy of iOS phones when installed on iPhone. Verify, then the second one is verify that the application adheres to the policy of Android phones when installed on Android. Mobile device testing types. So we have Wi-Fi testing, we have Bluetooth testing. So, we have to test the Wi-Fi, we have to test the Bluetooth, we have to see the communication happening through this channel. Like the when you connect Wi-Fi, is it, there are more also. They are like mobile device testing and their types. Like we have network connections, we have SD interactions, we have Bluetooth testing, we have Wi-Fi testing, and okay. So when doing one second. Okay. So testing a mobile Wi-Fi connection is a great way to ensure that network internet is operation at the speed promised by a service provider. But you aren't limited to the running those tests on your desktop computer. Mobile phone Wi-Fi testing is a perfect way to test. Okay, you can test right your internet speed and all. The power of your Wi-Fi signal at various places in your home or office. Given below is the Wi-Fi testing checklist for our mobile devices. So the first thing you can do is like, does the app behave according to the specification if connected to the internet through Wi-Fi? Does the app behave according to the specification of the app is out of the network reach? Does the app resume working when it get back to the network each time from outside reach of the network? Okay. And then we have the Bluetooth testing. So user can able to search all the available device on that range, and both data and voice transmission can be done through the sort of networks. Both data and voice user can able to disconnect at any time. By closing the Bluetooth, asked to disconnect the present connections. Bluetooth maximum range is 10 meters. So through mobile phone, you can send pictures, video exchange, any of the business card, or you can transfer your files to PCs. And there are a lot of things you can perform through Bluetooth, and you can check all those operations. Like that is what you can do while doing the mobile device testing. Okay. Okay, this is very important, guys. This is framework of we also have a lot of testing here, like recovery testings and database testing, and there are a lot of testing you do it. But in terms of testing, as I told you, if you want part 2, whatever left is, I may take a part 2 and define everything if you want a detailed version of it. But I think for the basics, my audience is mostly 1 to 5 years, so I wanted to have the content related to that. So if you want me to make the part 2, I'll love to make it part 2. But yes, you have to put the comment over there, so I'll do it. So this is the general architecture of the testing framework which is followed. We have the application process. For mobile testing automations, we need a good mobile automation testing framework also. Okay. So on the top of that framework, we can build our test cases. Mobile automation testing frameworks can be segregated by operating systems of the mobile devices. In the following chapters, in the following videos, we're gonna discuss about part 1 and part 2. You'll be having the iOS and the Android. We'll be having a different framework. So a testing framework is like testing automation framework is an execution environment to perform automated test cases. So a testing framework is responsible for 3 things. Okay. Defining the format in which express expectations, in which you wanna express your expectations, business expectations, and creating a mechanism to hook into or drive the application under test, executing the test, and reporting the result. I think these all things we really need to do it. So we have this one. So if you can see, we have application package, we have instrumental test runner, we have test packages. Okay, then we have test tool, we have monkey runner. For that, we're gonna have the monkey runner, and whatever runner you wanna choose it, we call it as a monkey runner. We have mock objects, we have test classes, which has the instrumentation and JUnit. So in that test package, you will be having in this application package, you might have the base classes here. Then we have the runner file, what we do it through monkey runners, and the test tool we integrate with. We have the test classes here in the test package, wherein you have your objects and you have your test classes. We'll be having a more detail maybe in the latest next slide, or maybe in the next video. So Android testing frameworks, what all you should be knowing, right? First, Robotium, UI Automator, Appium, and the Calabash. So is used for both iOS and Calabash is used for iOS and Android application testing, and I think this is what. So when you have the mostly we use Appium. Appium is an open source test automation framework to test native and the hybrid apps and mobile web apps. So Appium library functions inside a framework make calls to the Appium server running in the background, which operates the connected device. We also have Selenoid, is a relative new kind of new kid on the block and can be used to functionality test your Android applications. Apparently, if you use to Selenium, Selenoid used should be easy if you have knowledge to create functionals, and it's very easy if you know Selenium, right? Like we have iOS testing framework also. We have Appium, Calabash, Zucchini, and UI automation. So UI, I think it's provided by Apple, and yeah. Okay. So sanctioned way of performing iOS function testing. So Appium testing framework. So Appium is an open test source. Um, Open source test automation framework for testing native and hybrid apps and the mobile web apps. It drives iOS and Android apps using the WebDriver protocol. So what is the advantage? It is free and open source. It has a very small supported and active Google group. It is a Selenium 3 spec, so that the future proof. It will be a should be a future proof. It supports both Android and iOS. It does not require anything to be installed on the device. No server, no or code changes are required. So drawback, what happens? Uh, no support for intelligent weights. On iOS, you can easily execute one test at one time per Mac. Limited support for gestures, limited support for Android 4.1. So I think that's come to end, and I would like to share more. So if you want to know how to use Appium and how to install it, how to do it, I think that can be done. But yes, I need your input, guys, and I think we'll have, if you want me to explain, because Appium is the most popular one, so have gone through with this one, and I wanted to make it short and simple so that it will be helpful for you guys. It shouldn't be boring. So if you want me to make more about other frameworks, like how we can install it, how we can do it, we can do it through, we'll have a live session and we'll do it, and we'll make it the video. And yes, I want your input, how you like it. So give a thumbs up and please like and subscribe to my channel, and let's make it 6K now, guys. Help me out to make it 6K, and stay tuned for my next video. It's like banking domain overview will be coming out in the next maybe tomorrow I'll be uploading. So stay tuned for that, and all the best, guys.